the service providers as well, who provide you with life policies and all of these other things, ask questions. What is this for? How is it going to help me? Who's benefiting from this thing? How does it get paid out when I die? The reason why this is important is because we have unclaimable such products because people are struggling to get a lot of things that are dependent on other people. With other service providers, you'll find that they require 3 basic documents, 4 basic documents, and then another service provider will ask for 20 things that are dependent on 15 people. Do you get what I'm saying? And you'd find that that process ends up frustrating the people that must claim. And then you know what happens? They don't claim. Because if they are asking for all of these things that also are dependent on other people who are not also in cooperation with this, it fails. That's why we have, at times, all of these amounts of monies in billions of rands unclaimed. It's not that sometimes people don't know. It does happen that people don't know where these things are because you don't leave a paper trail, right? And our emails are blocked and all of that. So because we don't have a paper trail, they can't get access. But it also happens that at times the people can't claim because they're struggling with the documents that are being required by these service providers for them to be able to claim what they need. So now, do your investigations yourself. If they want, or if a claim is needed, what's going to be needed from the person who's going to claim? Often these things are on the forms. You see the claim form, you should have, in fact, if you can ask these people, the service providers, they will provide you with this. Ask for a claim form, even though there's nothing. Ask for a claim form or ask for claim requirements and see what they want so that you can see whether you should be gathering the documents on behalf of your people and making sure they are sitting somewhere or making them vacker up. That's another thing. Make people vacker up because people are so lost when you guys pass away. Kids, especially 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, they need to be vacker up. You need to wake kids up that, listen, if something happens to me, not to say you must be thinking about this, but this is what you must do, because this is also something that's a disadvantage to them. You've been taking care of them all this time. You've been babying them. I mean, obviously at 18, 19, 20, they're still babies. But don't baby them to the extent that when you die, they will be lost. They mustn't be lost. There are kids who, because they lost parents at the age of 18, 19, they were also defrauded by family members because they were made to sign things that they don't know. They're used to people guiding them. This is what must be done, you know? And so people can see such vulnerabilities. They can sense such vulnerabilities. And I've seen where children have lost money this way because somebody said in the family, I'm going to help you. I'm going to take you through this. And that's not bad, right? They should have that. But it hasn't been a good experience for some kids because that's how they lose money. Somebody says sign here, whereas this thing is saying that the money now has to be paid over to so-and-so. It has happened. It has happened. So if you really want your kids to get access to these things, you're going to train them. Their mind needs to be awake. They need to know that they need to stand on their own 2 feet and be vacker up. And I always say this also to often grieving wives. They tend to shame. It's a saddening thing, losing someone, especially a spouse, someone as close as that. But I always say, wake up. Don't cry too much. The documents, where are they sitting as you're sitting on the mattress over there? What's going on? Do you have someone who's a pillar, who you have next to you, who can help keep safe these documents somewhere before they disappear? What's going on here? The cars, who's got access to the cars, who's taking possession? Because this is when people take access. This is when possessions are lost, because they are utilizing the opportunity that you're grieving, and you're grieving to the extent that you're not moving, you're not doing anything, you want to cry, it's okay to cry, but be the Afrikaners, they say wakker up, wake up, be aware of the situation. I know of so many people who were labeled a certain way because they could see as soon as they lost a spouse that there's something here brewing, so I need to get up. And as a result, they took possession of cars. They gave them to people that they trusted, that you drive this car. They took possession of documents. They only cried after the funeral, and people were labeling them as difficult or weird people, or they probably had something to do with the death of the spouse. But the only thing was that that person saw Wuti, if I don't move or I don't vacker up here, I will wake up and everything will be gone. And it happens a lot. It's difficult to take back possession of cars that have already been taken by the uncles, by extended families, especially of your spouse's side of the family, because possibility of you getting it back is difficult. Now you have to go to the police station to report a crime. Imagine you've lost a spouse. Now you have to be pursuing people, suing people. With what money? With what energy? Because you don't even have the strength. You just lost a loved one. You just lost a next of kin. You're almost everything. So that's why you must open your eyes. You open kids' eyes, you open your eyes right now, and you open your eyes even when you lose a loved one. But then this process starts when? You start the preparation when you're still alive.